Hey, so I got another project, and I got a guitar very similar to this. I got it from Dane here at ZIMM'S. And what I'm going to do is we're going to change it up. We're going to add a hockey stick neck. We got to make it a humbucker. I wanted to make one of these. These are one of the Sawtooth, so this is the sycamore body. Very resonant, similar to the black one that we did earlier. But this one's different. This has got a throwback pickup in it. So it's got a Alnico 2 long magnet, and it's about 8.5K. Hopefully it'll be something entertaining you guys might get a kick out of. I got this at ZIMM'S. This is the Sycamore Sawtooth, their basic Strat. And what I did is I got a throwback pickup to put in there, and I picked up a pickguard off Reverb. Originally I thought this was going to be more white, and I was just going to paint the whole thing white. But when it came in and I saw how it kind of matches the cream color, I thought we'll make this all chrome and cream. And of course I like the hockey stick neck. This is a right-handed neck. It's going to be on the left-handed guitar. I already did the frets and stuff to make them look good. We'll start off with no shim. We'll tighten it all down and then see how it looks, and then kind of work it from there. So this should be interesting. It should sound pretty cool. I'm interested to see how this PAF style humbucker that's not wax potted, to see how that sounds with with the Sycamore very, very light guitar. And plus this time around we have a tremolo. I'm going to keep the tremolo that's in there. It seems pretty nice, so we'll go from there. Okay, so to get this the way I want it, what I'll do is I just take like a file like this, and I just take it and I just score it up just a little bit at a time. And then I'll put it on and check to see how it is. So I wanted to show you guys how I do that. I do it that way so that I have more control. And I just take the little edge off there. But I do that so that way I can just do a little bit at a time, take and get enough control. And it's just plastic, so you can just shape it pretty good without too much. But I've already done that on this, so. But I just wanted to show that to you. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm just kind of test fitting everything. Looks good. The only thing is though, I ordered some cream knobs, but these aren't it. These are ones that Dane had. And these are the ones I ordered. So they're not as creamy, more off-white or milk white. I think I'm just going to go with the tone and volume because it kind of matches. So next thing is we'll work on getting the pots and getting the pickguard all set up and the output jack.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Okay, so for this, as you can see, the wiring that I'm doing here, I'm just basing this off of a wiring diagram for a volume, tone, and a humbucker off of Seymour Duncan website. Okay, so I've got this one ready, and we'll put that connect that together, and added the ground for the strings. There we go. This, we'll see if I made this thing long enough. Alright, so what we can do is we can install this, we can install that, and we can check to make sure everything works. Okay, just checking what we got here. Oops. Alright, we'll have to see what that is. One of those pots was used, so that could have been a bad one that I forgot about, so we'll have to check that out. So what I did was, let me get something here. So that's the ground. So that's the ground, and this is what's going to that right there. Now, if you look, and that goes to the output jack, and if you look at the output jack, I have these switched, so that's why it wasn't working earlier. So now I'll just swap these, and then we'll test it again. But I did check, and I got all the pickguard screws do line up. There's no bulges or anything like that in the pickguard when all the screws are in. So I checked all that. So let me get that swapped out, and then I'll do the test on it, and we'll see if the wiring works, and then we'll work on the neck. Alright, so I put in a new pot. I'm going to get this installed and test it out again and see what we got. Alright, I have to figure this one out. See what's the deal. Hey, so after changing my shirt, and a couple days later, they took a guitar very similar to this, identical to this actually, and now it looks like this. And you're probably wondering where all the other footage of doing this stuff is at. I had issues with the pots, and what I found was a couple years ago I bought a bunch of CTS pots, I forget where, but the two pots that I had that you saw where I was working on, they ended up being bad. I don't know why they were bad. All I know is the other two pots that I had at home were also bad. So I got some known good working pots. These were Gibson pots that I originally bought and used in my 1970 Les Paul Custom, and then pulled them out after I got some vintage pots. But it works fine. I've got, this is the Throbak pickup. It's the PAF. Their EDA 8.3. It's got the long Alnico 2 magnet in it. What you'll see on here, one of the issues I had when I was at home is you'll notice how it's a little thinner over here and it's a little thicker over here. Yeah, this is what happens when you get an inexpensive neck with an inexpensive body, and you just got to kind of get it. And I didn't want to use a shim. As you can see, there's no shim. I didn't put any shim in, and It's just one of those things. But you can see, looking down, you can see that it's a straight neck. The only issue I have right now is the 5th fret buzzes a little bit, so I'm just going to get a little hammer and just kind of tap it down a little bit. And I changed up the wiring on this. This one's more of a like 1950s style wiring. I tried the 50s style of wiring with the other pots that eventually I figured out were bad.
1 hour later.
Okay, so we're trying to get this guitar to play, but we noticed that the fret right here, do you see how it's kind of in there? It's kind of lifting up. I can almost get my thumb under it. So we're going to either, with Neil's help, I think we're going to pull that fret out right there and try to reseat it down in there. So we got to pull the strings back off.
5 minutes later.
So Dane, so what are we going to do with the 5th fret now, since that's our
well, we
problem
pounded it down for a minute, and it doesn't seem to go any further down there. So what we're going to do is we're going to file on it a little bit. So we've got our guard on here, and I'm just going to rub it with, I've got some 800 sandpaper right here, and we're just going to try this for a little while and see if this will take some of it down to where it's a little bit flatter and we can get the guitar to play good.
So you've seen this before when you get like really inexpensive necks and stuff. There's going to be issues, right?
Yeah, we could have pulled this fret completely out of here and tried over again, but we're going to just see if we can file it down a little bit, or I'm actually just going to try to sand it down a little bit here, you know, level and recrown it. Okay, so after a little bit more pounding, we got it good. So it's not rocking anymore, so hopefully now we'll put the strings back on it and it should be good.
15 minutes later.
So a fun little guitar project. It's just turning into a whole bunch of everything here, huh?
Yeah, it's just, you know, you get a cheap, inexpensive neck, and
you've got high frets, and so we pounded on a couple of frets, but these keep fretting out, and we keep getting string buzz. This is a dual action truss rod that is in this, so we loosened it until it kind of caught on, and so now we're going to try to level and recrown these frets, and then we should be able to lower the action a little bit, but you can see that it's kind of starting to work. We're getting a lot of that sanding dust on some of these, and you can see these are the areas where that straight edge sanding block, it's working. So just keep after it, and I think it's going to
you kind of see.
It's going to help you.
See all the work.
Yeah.
You see how it's working.
We opened up a can of worms on this little project, but it looks cool, and it's going to be, it's creamy.
Yeah,
it's going to be
cream and chrome.
It's going to be good when it's done.
Yep.
Keep
Cream
up,
and
keep
chrome.
going, man. Keep going.
Thousands of tears later.
No buzzing. Not bad. Knobs work. I like to have the tremolo float a little bit, so you get a little. Still checking for those buzzy frets. So far so good. Looks good. Feels good. I like it. All he needs is just some more tuning. Finally glued in the nut, and for the final part, what we'll do is...
Wait, now you don't want to put it this direction, you want it to face that direction, right?
If I was right-handed, there we go. And just like that. Just like the black one.
Okay.
Cool. Awesome. It was a pain in the ass, but it was worth it.